So here we are, June 24th. Welcome to the last few minutes of the Rotary Gala 2020. And you can see some behind the scenes of Steve Borkenhagen, Carl Salas, Sean O'Kane, trying their hardest. So Carl, let's finish it up, okay?
Before you move that slide, I really want to make sure everybody notices Steve's tights. He spent so much time getting into those tights for the green screen.
How could you not notice them?
He had a whole bit ready to go, and it's such a disappointment. But oh well, next time.
I don't know, this picture is something that'll really have to live forever in Rotary history.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say. Okay, so let's go. Live auction number 7. You're going to put your bids on the chat screen for Karyn to announce, because I can't see them, right, Karyn? I think only you can see those.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back here. Okay. I hope I can see the chat. Can you see the chat, John?
Maybe yes, I can see the chat.
Okay, because I'm not seeing it right now.
If anyone clicks the bottom of your window where the little icons are, one says chat, it'll open up another window and everybody can see.
Yeah, except I'm on share screen. So, John, you're going to have to call out if people are going to bid on this.
All right, Ed and I'll watch the chats. We'll both call.
All righty. So those photos are good, but this also includes a helicopter ride on the, what is that? The that Magnum PM helicopter with the doors off. And Pat Fox, who's on the Military Care Committee, tells me it has something to do with Whirly Girls. Pat Fox was a Whirly Girl, which means it's a woman helicopter pilot. And she said they're going to try to even have a Whirly Girl take you around. So, I mean, what more could you ask for than this? But before you bid, I also want to tell you, it says the value is $5,000, but this includes a $2,250 cash gift to cover the airfare and 3-night accommodations. So if you subtract the $5,000 from the $2,250, I mean, if you bid $2,275, it's only going to cost you $25. So let's get started. Is anybody bidding yet there, Karyn? Do I need to talk it up? Or
I'm waiting for John to
I've got nothing yet.
Well, I'll bid $2,250 because there's $2,250.
Now, Carl, how do we make these arrangements? Like, people, can they do it a year from now? That's the thing people are going to want to know.
I bet somebody from the Military Care Committee is on. Does anybody can tell me that? I'm sure you can, but anybody on the Military Care Committee there?
Well, you'd also have to get around the 2-week quarantine that Hawaii imposes on visitors.
Well, maybe I should just bid $2,000 to start. Then I'd make $250 on the deal, because I should give you $2,250 in cash.
This is a great deal.
So Karyn, the live auction, this is Sandra, it was already at 3,500 in BidPal. Are we not starting with that?
Oh, thank you.
That's why we love Sandra.
Bid it up, Carl.
Okay, so tell me again, Sandra, we're at 3,500. I got to look at my BidPal here.
It was at 3,500. I can go look up on my computer who the highest.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it now, and that's where it is.
Oh, we got Steve Prouty at 4,000.
Hey, Steve, good man. Hey. Steve, your wife won't go with you. I'll go with you. So
me too.
Anybody else? Come on. This is really cool, and it's going to be great to be able to talk about going to Hawaii, especially for this really wonderful tour after the COVID thing goes away, which I'm guessing it's gonna be by next year at this time. So I'm gonna say that we're gonna guarantee that this will be able to extend for a year. Anybody else? Come on, Steve's down there 4,000. Anybody for 4,500?
4,500's Brenda Sweeney.
All right, Brenda Sweeney. Come on, we got 4,500. The value is 5,000, and again, it comes with a $2,250 cash gift, so keep it up. We're at 4,500. Anybody else?
4,750, Carl Silker.
Hey, Carl. Good
Wow.
one. There you go.
5,000, Brenda Sweeney is coming back.
I think Brenda wants this. Anybody else? Come on. Anybody else got higher than 5,000? Anyone?
Come on, Carl, you can't let her have this.
Hey, I admire her. Come on, it's with the Whirly Girls and the PM helicopter. You don't even seen that picture, and it's a personal tour. So it's gonna be. It really is gonna be both wonderful and poignant. Anybody?
And poignant?
And poignant. That's what it says right here. It says make this poignant trip to Honolulu for a private staff guided tour of the USS Arizona and Pearl Harbor. Feel the aloha spirit. That's saying something. Going once at 5,000. Going twice at 5,000. Okay, sold to Brenda at $5,000.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Now, do we have Sarah Janigan on? Sarah, can you unmute and tell us who the raffle winner was for the Hornblower Dinner Cruise for 2? So, Sarah, are you there? Is Sarah, do we see Sarah on our list? Okay. So I will now go on to the next item. I'm sure Sarah will be here any minute, Carl.
I'll unmute Sarah. Okay, she's up now.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah, good. We would like to know who the winner is for the Hornblower Dinner Cruise. Whose raffle ticket won that?
Okay, the lucky winner is Stu Park.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Congratulations, Stu. Past president Stu Parks. Fantastic. Now, we have one more item to auction. Carl, take it away. Unmute, Carl.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, gang, this really is special. This is really special. That house you're looking at it's hanging over a cliff. My mother-in-law passed away a couple of years ago, Marianne's mom, and I call it her pyramid. It's almost all glass from the inside looking out. I know Mike Blog has been there. We took Steve and Taryn up and we did a practice run with them for this, what we call the Beyond Belief Northern California Coast Weekend. It's really going to be fabulous. It's for 6. The house has 3 bedrooms, 3 wonderful bedrooms with lots of glass hanging over the cliff. And even though it looks remote, it's less than 2 miles to Gualala. And if you haven't been to Gualala, it is just a wonderful little town hanging on the coast. Steve and Taryn and Marianne and I are going to be the concierges. We're going to have all your meals taken care of, catered, and there's so much to do up there. The hiking in a place called Stornetta is probably the most amazing hiking that I've ever been on. There's also a casino for anybody who likes to game. There's all kinds of beach things you can do. There's kayaking up the Gualala River, just a couple of miles away. There's golfing. There's tide pooling. The Bryan Wildlife Preserve, that you don't have a photo of it now, but we showed it before. There are giraffes there that actually eat out of your mouth. It's the weirdest thing you've ever experienced, but all that is going to make for a wonderful 2 days for 6 people who want to be wined and dined by President-elect Steve Borgenhagen, myself, and our 2 wives. So it really is priceless. We're putting the value at $9,500. By the way, we are not going to be able to fly up there, so we are going to drive. It's a beautiful drive. We're going to drive both ways. So that is the one thing that's a little different than was in there, and that's because of the COVID thing. And we would like to do this, assuming we've got a bubble, in the next 3 to 5 months. So that is beginning. Do I hear any bids? Starting bid is $3,800. Is there anything? Can someone tell me if somebody got a bid on there already? I think there was a bid of $3,800, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to start at $3,800. Anybody above $3,800? Seriously, this is going to be a deal of a lifetime. If Steve was catering for me, I'd be happy, but I'm going to cater with Steve and Marianne. We got $3,800. Anybody higher? Come on, 30. Let's go for 4,000. Somebody's got 4,000, right? There we go. Sir, Carl
Silker. Yep.
It's for 6 people, so I mean, even at 6,000, it's practically free. 2 nights in this beautiful place. All expenses paid, including the booze, and we're gonna have a ball.
Do those 6 people include your 2 guys, couples?
No. We're staying across the street at a place called St. Ori's. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bed and breakfast. But if you want, I can throw Steve in with a deal, and somebody can have Steve. So we got 4,000 with Carl. Come on, how about 42, 4,500? Somebody, come on. It's really gonna be fabulous. Although Carl, oh, there we go.
Steve Prouty, you're seeing it. Yep.
Oh, Steve, man, oh man, that would be just simply terrific. It is a beautiful place in a beautiful area. We actually see whales, from the window. It's just wonderful. Just wonderful. So we got Steve at 4,500. Anybody a little bit higher? A little higher? We got 4,500. I'm going to say, well, I'm going to wait a little bit. Let me see if I can say something else. Steve, are you on there? Can you say something about that wonderful weekend we had up there with you and Tara when we were doing the, you there, Steve?
Yeah, I'm here. Everyone, this is a special place. You're never going to see anything like this almost anywhere. It's like Big Sur. It's up on the cliffs. There's a beach right down below. The giraffes, zebras. As Carl said, the Stornetta hike is something that is one of the finest hikes on earth, with hundreds of feet down to the ocean. The sunsets are spectacular. The house is, as you can see in the photo, right on the cliff. Yeah, and then you get the entertainment from Carl and me and Marianne and Taryn. We'll throw that in. We'll throw that in free of charge.
So I think we have 4,500. I believe it's Steve Prouty going once.
We'd like to submit a bid. This is Ken and Kit from Rotary Club of San Jose, Silicon Valley. Can we bid?
Yes.
Go for it.
5,000.
We got 5,000.
Boy, the gauntlet has been thrown.
Here we go.
Everyone
So-
remember, this is for 6 people. It's not for a couple. It's for 6 people.
No problem. Got it.
Hey, Carl and Steve, this is Fred Begun. Do you guys do cliff diving?
Fred,
If you do 20 grand, I'll dive off the cliff.
We'll spot you.
So we
Okay,
got-
Carl?
we got 5 grand. We got 5 grand. I think it's going once because it's getting towards 12:15, right? Yeah, it's going 5 grand going once. It's fabulous weekend, gang. I'm telling you. 5 grand going twice. Anybody? Last chance.
Shit.
And then maybe Jeremy.
Okay.
You might want to unmute there.
Just
my coffee.
Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. We got a 5,000 from Ken and Kit going once for this wonderful Gualala weekend, going twice for 6 people. Okay, sold to Ken and Kit for 5 grand. Thank you all.
Ooh.
Thank you for
Everyone.
visiting us. Thank you.
Well,
Now for the last 2 raffle tickets. This is the final minutes of our gala. Sarah Janigan, can you come back on and tell us who got the second place raffle ticket?
Second place
Right.
winner. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, the second place winner of the raffle prizes, which this is a Rotary gift basket, including Rotary swag and merchandise, goes to Marie Barlahan.
Oh, great.
Yay.
Congratulations, Marie.
And the grand prize,
Let's hear it.
which is the use of the Donner Lake cabin for 16 people, 4 nights, 5 days, goes to Nancy Baver.
Wow.
All right.
Fantastic.
So there we go. Thank you, everyone.
Yay. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. And that concludes the gala.
Yay!
So, welcome to our regular meeting, broadcast from our temporary headquarters in the Rose Garden. It's June 24th. And I hope everyone is on mute. Thank you very much. And I asked Jeremy Harris to record something for my last meeting. And he was very kind to do that. And then he included a surprise for me. So I'm going to play what he has sent to me. And I especially enjoy this because Jeremy entertained us in person, but we never really got a chance to see his hands. And it's really lovely. So here's 2 pieces that Jeremy Harris has taped for the beginning of our meeting.
And Karen, this one's for you. If you knew Sinunu like we know Sinunu, oh, what a press. Kinda sassy is this fair lassie. Oh, a very smart and oh so classy. Summit Center, she took over the room, kept us together, presiding on Zoom. Now you know Sinunu like we know Sinunu. Oh, what a press. And Karen, please don't go too far, 'cause you're a Rotary star.
Jeremy, thank you so much. That's just really fun. Thank you so much. Well, this was a great birthday week for me. I realized that Leslie told everyone to send me cards, and I have them displayed behind me. Thank you so much. But it was a really special week for Adolph Q, and here he is with his wife, Rosemary, and he was celebrating his 90th birthday. So Adolph, thank you for sharing this picture with us, and we wish you a very happy birthday week and many more to come. We love having you in the club. And now the final moment of the Rotometer. And Bonnie Bamberg, I know you're there. Would you come on and tell us the committees that reported to you in the last month? And then we will get a grand total of volunteer hours. Bonnie, can you come on and unmute?
I think I'm unmuted. Am I unmuted?
You're perfect. Thank you.
Great. All right. Well, the Washington School Amigos had celebrated in with 5 hours. The Climate Action Committee, very, very active, with 72 and a half hours. And the winning committee for this month, as you might expect, the Gala Committee came in with 109 hours. International Service had 30. The RILA and Interact 7. They're getting ready for something, I know. Membership had 3 in May and 8 in June. So we put those two together. Meeting summary, they're always faithful, came out with 8 hours. The next big project had 4 hours. Pause had 9.5. Photography had 85. Carl has really been working hard. The Play Garden had 12 hours. Red Badge had 12. Rotocare had 5. The Senior Service had 4. And the President's total hours, which I think are grossly understated, at 1,000. So, Karen, would you like to give the total for the year? Our total for the month was 1,373 hours.
Well, my goal for the year, and the reason we had the miraculous Rotometer, was to have our club reach 8,000 volunteer hours. And our total is actually 8,954 hours. So congratulations to the Rotary Club of San Jose. You all did so much for the community. And please know that this does not include the hours that we wasted looking for Joe Sweeney's blue bag. Thank you, Bonnie, and thank you for keeping track of all the Rotometer hours, and thank you to Dave Monley for inventing our Rotometer.
Thank you, Karen. It was a pleasure.
Now, you're not going to believe this, but I actually have to add to this story, and I'll go over it one last time. Remember, our executive director, Leslie Hamilton, had a fabulous idea, and that is the Rotary Club of San Jose should respond to the COVID-19 problem in our community. So she said, boards, please take this on. Do you think we should use money not being used by our committees and money we raise from the gala to do something big? Both boards said yes. They asked Elizabeth Monley and Sarah Klisch to get together and see what the need was that we could address in the community. They got on the Rotary phone and they talked to all sorts of people, and Michelle Loxton had a fabulous idea. So the two committee chairs, Elizabeth and Sarah, thought about it and they go, wow, we need a truck. We needed an emergency truck for Catholic Charities, but that's going to be very expensive. Can we get it at a good price? They contacted Jeff Spino, and what did he say? Sure. Then both boards approved this plan and we started to go forward with it. And Wilhelm came forward and said, hey, do you need branding and a wrap for the truck? And we said, yes. And then after that was announced to the club, Danny Bizzuto came forward and said, hey, do you need a flat screen TV to do advertising on the side? So everyone has contributed their ideas, their energy, and this is what is going to hit the streets in just a few weeks. And again, thank you to all of you who contributed to the gala, all of you who worked on this. It's going to be so meaningful for families in need, and it will have many uses after COVID-19. I'm so proud of this project, and I'm so proud to be part of this club. There's been some other responses to COVID-19 I want to tell you about. This was a brainchild of Kathleen Thomas, and thanks to Joe Sweeney, we have our signature branding on masks. You can buy your Rotary mask from Kathleen Thomas. Here it is being modeled by my mean older sister. And for only $10, and all profits will go to disaster relief. And there was even another response to COVID-19. We heard from Mike Chappie, and I just want to say, Mike, I'm sorry if I ever made fun of you or fined you or made fun of you for being Italian. You're extremely generous, and he is going to be donating masks to Judy Denton, who will be able to use that in her service to seniors work, because we are certain going forward that masks will be in order. So thank you, Judy, for your work, and Mike, especially thank you for your generous offer to do something for COVID-19 in our community. So I have to thank Sarah Janigan and Nancy Williams for all the work they did on a gala. There has never been a committee like this. They were all ready in March to have a live gala, and it get pulled out from under them. And then they went forward, and although we had technical difficulties, they were very successful in their goal, which was to raise money for our community grants. So I want to thank this committee for all they did. Terry Austin, Christine Burrows, Mauricio Cordova, Ed Correa, John During, Patrick Frawley, Sandra Gill, Helen Lambert, Michelle Loxton, Teresa McCarthy, Charlie McCullum, Steve Prouty, Lenore Schnorr, Elaine Sullivan, Kathleen Thomas, James Williams, and of course, Brad Benning and Cindy Faulkner. You're a fantastic crew, and we will be reporting on success. I can guarantee you of that, success at a meeting coming soon. So thank you very much. And I just loved your spirit to improvise. This is my favorite improvise, when Carl Silker wrote a sign that said, we're working on the audio, keep drinking. That's the Rotary spirit. So thank you, Gala Committee. And a special thank you to our sponsors who are going to make our year profitable. These sponsors stuck with us. Comerica, Oracle, Republic Services, Ballet Custom Cabinets, Block, Ball Trust, Salis O'Brien, Urban Catalyst, Tennis Getter, Silker, Orchards, Heritage, Mission Valley Truck, the law offices of Timothy Gill, Hopkins Carley, Hope Fenton, Bizzuto Insurance, Lexus, Miller Morton, California Sports Center, Mike Bohr, Samaritan, Dugan Family Fund, Acosta Sheet Metal, Willoughby Stewart Benning, Sandy and Richard Conniff, and the Sinunu-Towery family. Thank you to all of you. Amazing sponsors. These had to be our all-time greatest sponsors. Now, I'm proud to report our Rotarians for the month, and I think it's kind of a no-brainer after what we've gone through. Now, I'm sorry to say your pins are locked in a cage at the Summit Center, but Sarah and Nancy, for your fabulous work that we've just described, and also to Sarah and Elizabeth. The four of you are Rotarians of the month, and we thank you for keeping this club together and vibrant. I think everyone is standing up, giving you a standing ovation. Now, this year, I thought it was important to have a new award. And I named it after Jean Thomas Harris. And this was the wife of Paul Harris. You know, Paul Harris gets all the attention. But Jean, and you can see her, she's just a real fun gal. Jean had quiet loyalty to Rotary. And it was especially impressive because, of course, she couldn't even vote in an election in America. Women weren't allowed to vote when she married Paul. She wasn't allowed to join Rotary. But Jean was a constant, quiet, loyal Rotary supporter. And so I really thought about what she gave to Rotary, and I think we have this year a member who had consistent, quiet loyalty to Rotary. And so, although I won't be able to present the Jean Thomas Harris Award in person, I will be sending it electronically this afternoon, and here's the award. It goes to Clarence Stone. Clarence Stone, like the long-suffering Jean Harris, exhibited extraordinary quiet loyalty to Rotary. In 2019-2020, Clarence Stone served on the Strategic Recommendation Committee, assisted in addressing the club's COVID-19 emergency response, led the Community Grants Committee, served on the Executive Director Search Committee, signed his emails to me, I love all things Rotary, and caused most members to be fined in order to fill the coffers of Rotary's foundation. He further cemented his commitment to the club by agreeing to serve as foundation president 2020-2022. Clarence, thank you so much for all you did for Rotary this year. And again, I think I hear everyone standing up, and you will be receiving this electronically. So check your email. I got to find that little button. Okay, we had mystery Rotarians last week, and no one guessed all three. I said that was the deal. You had to guess all three. So we had Jenny Nichols, Gay Crawford, and Judge Hastings. So actually, our mystery Rotarians will be receiving hats. I'll leave them on your front porch. And Gay, I can't believe you still have those 1950s curlers, but thank you very much for participating, and I'm sorry that no one could pick all three. Now, this is next week's Mystery Rotary. Oh, not yet. There is going to be a virtual year-end celebration for the district, and that's Saturday afternoon from 3 to 4:30. If you would like to plug into that, please contact Marie at the office, and she will give you the Zoom link. At this district event, a number of San Jose Rotary members are going to be called out, and here they are. For outstanding club service, Sean O'Kane and John During are going to be recognized. And I think we all know that but for the talent of Sean and John, we would not be able to hold together the way we have electronically. 3 Rotarians are going to be recognized for their outstanding district service. Joe Sweeney, who was the assistant governor, Brenda Sweeney, no relation, who was the treasurer of the district, and Rod Deardawn for starting a new committee that involved many other clubs. Many other clubs are starting their own climate action committees. So the district is going to be recognizing these 5 Rotarians, and that is in addition to 2 of our Rotarians who are graduates of the Leadership Academy, Helen Lampert and Brenda Sweeney. So congratulations to you all, and we will be sending you the best wishes for Saturday afternoon. This is next week's Mystery Rotarian, and I know that your new president will be awarding, I think, $100 to everyone who can guess who the Mystery Rotarian is, so I'll leave that up to him or her. And now it's time, you see, I'm so sad. Paul and Jean checked into the Gordon house where they're now living with Leslie, and they will be at the Gordon house. And this morning I sent you all a letter, and I know that people can't stand long emails, so forgive me, but I would just like to take a few minutes to read my farewell. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't get emotional. As my year as Rotary President for 2019-2020 draws to a close, I would like to share a few thoughts with you about the experiences we have all shared during this extraordinary, tumultuous year. At the beginning of the year, I adopted a slogan, a jazzy theme, I thought, of participate, collaborate, and improvise. Little did I appreciate how much we as a club would have to do all of these things. My overwhelming emotion at this time is one of gratitude. Our club has faced unprecedented challenges, particularly in coping with the COVID-19 pandemic, a search for an executive director, and the passing of beloved Rotarians, as well as the civil rights movement. However, I believe our club is stronger today than it was a year ago. We have forged a strong sense of community. And although we have been unable to enjoy our weekly in-person gatherings that we have so taken for granted, we have managed to sustain our bonds and indeed make those bonds even stronger. When I reflect on what has occurred over the past year, the dominant theme that emerges is that so many Rotarians have stepped forward and given service above self. Here are examples, and just examples, of the extraordinary work of Rotarians. James Williams and Jeremy Harris, who kept our meetings vibrant with jazz. Tom Bondi, who served as club treasurer for 6 years. Helen Lampert, James Gardner, and Mary Beth Affleck-Nacy for a fabulous 4th of July celebration, a parade, Discovery Meadow fireworks, and party at the Tech. John Kennett, Mike Boer, and Carl Silker, who produced a book about our club's first 100 years. Jerry Greer and Lindley Zink, who did a fantastic job leading the membership committee to recruit new members in a highly challenging environment. Josh Burrows, who led a wheelchair mission in Mexico City. Sal Pizarro and Steve Borkenhagen, who arranged the Emerging Artist Program at Hammer Theater, one of my very favorite meetings of the entire year. Sandra Jewett, who forged our alliance with the Rotary Club in Mexico City. Audrey Fox and Matt Breaker, who organized so many terrific fellowship events, and even when they had to be done virtually. Jennifer Simmons, who led the Executive Director Search Committee, which resulted in hiring our very talented Executive Director, Leslie Hamilton. Steve Prouty, who led the Pandemic Strategic Planning Committee. Elizabeth Monley and Sarah Klisch, who organized our major service project in response to COVID-19. Carl Salas and Steve Borkenhagen, who miraculously raised money for our community grants without voices, visuals, or pants. Joe Sweeney and Brenda Sweeney, who kept us connected to the district. Sean O'Kane and John Ball, who carried out the Down Under project. And of course, Sean, who created visual broadcasts when our speakers were unavailable and meeting in person was impossible. Steve Ellenberg, who led a terrific group of Rotarians in securing informative speakers. Jeff Spino, who made both the 4th of July parade and COVID-19 emergency vehicle realities. Clarence Stone, who demonstrated leadership and devotion to our club in so many ways and ensured that you were all fine. John During and Mike Danberger, who provided 24/7 tech support to me and club members. Carl Silker, who as past president unselfishly served as my consigliere throughout the year and took calls on all sorts of crazy topics. A special thank you to you, Carl. Karen Philbrick, Brian Welch, Matt Breaker, and Teresa Alvarado, who arranged informative and upbeat messages at our in-person meetings. Catherine Cook and Kathleen Thomas, who actually secured a very complex global grant, and we will be able to drill the water hole in Tanzania. The Rotarian who set up my Amazon Smile Get Rich Quick scheme. Now, that would be Norm Klein, but he prefers to remain anonymous because Jeff Bezos only gave us $237 for our foundation. Rotarians who started new committees, the San Jose State University Committee, Rotary Means Business Committee, and Climate Action. Rotarians who planned projects across the globe and welcomed those from abroad. Rotarians who packed food for the hungry, gathered undergarments, toiletries, and pet supplies for the needy, donated musical instruments to students, served seniors and military personnel, facilitated medical services for the poor here and abroad, provided for the homeless, encouraged young people in study, professional development, Rotary service, and international adventure, led Boy Scouts, connected us to a job board at San Jose State University, and supported generously the students and teachers of Washington School. Rotarians who planned for annual events and projects only to see them canceled, such as ELC, Rotary's Got Talent, and Fish Day. Larry, we were very close to Rotary's Got Talent. Rotarians who currently are planning projects large and small. Rotarians who orchestrated our in-person meetings by scanning our badges, taking our money, providing audio-visual support, evaluating our speakers, giving updates and upbeat news at meetings, and reporting or photographing those meetings. Steve McQueen, our Sergeant of Arms, who facilitated all our in-person meetings and lugged that rotometer around. Rotarians who entertained us with a barbecue, golf, good book suggestions, ski trips, emerging artists, and playground festivities. Rotarians who recruited, mentored, oriented, and organized our new members. A most generous Bert George who opens his shop for events, provides wine for every celebration, and sets up the beloved Boozemobile. Past Rotarian presidents who always support the current president. Rotarians who donated to the Endowment Foundation and Membership Retention Fund. Bonnie Bamberg, you tracked it all, and I thank you very much. And finally, Jim Towery, who cheerfully traveled with me to Germany, Mexico, and every imaginable local Rotary adventure, including the gala, in the last 18 months. The above list is in addition to the members of the board of directors, Fred Begun, and members of the foundation board, our dedicated office staff of Leslie, Teresa, and Marie, as well as our interim executive director, John, and all the committee chairs, champions, and members who rose to the challenge of this crazy year. I am thankful for your sacrifice and support. Here's my bottom line. This is a year that tested us all. And our response was to demonstrate that Rotary is a community of people dedicated to making a positive difference in our community and in our world. I thank you all for helping our Rotary Club fulfill its mission. You all participated, collaborated, and certainly improvised. And I know you will give our incoming president, Fernando, the same support you've generously shown me. So I say farewell. Thank you.
Woo! Woo! That was a long list, my friend. Man, you did a hell of a job.
So Karen, are you ready for the fun part?
I'm definitely ready, Sal.
Okay. I think John's queuing up our debunking program. Obviously, we had to do things a little differently this year, and I just want to give an extra thank you to Sean O'Kane, who really made sure that this happened. His work was amazing, and I hope you enjoy it. And anything that went wrong is not our fault. It's not Sean. John, go ahead.
All right, I'm just preparing. I hope this audio works, and enjoy.
Hi, how's everybody doing today? Now you know what we're all here for. President Karyn, congratulations on reaching the end of your Rotary year. We all wish we could be together at the Rotary Summit Center today to give you a proper debunking, but we're just going to have to do it this way for this year. Now, it's safe to say you probably had the most challenging presidency in any of our memories, and that's not just counting how many times you had to get that rotometer working. Yours may be known as our virtual presidency. We've had virtual meetings, virtual firesides, and even next year's Zoom should probably be at least a gold level sponsor. But now, Karyn and everyone else can just sit back and enjoy these next few minutes together as we show you the door in our own special way. Every debunking, of course, starts with a song, and we're kicking ours off with a familiar tune performed by our own Jeremy Harris with some new lyrics by Jeremy and, of course, the great Stu Park. Take it away, Jeremy.
And Karyn, this one's for you. If you knew Sinunu like we know Sinunu, oh, what a prez. Kinda sassy is this fair lassie. Oh, very smart and very classy. Summit Center, she took over the room, kept us together, presiding on Zoom. Now you know Sinunu like we know Sinunu. Oh, what a prez. And Karyn, please don't go too far, 'cause you're our Rotary star.
Oh, that was great, Jeremy. Thanks a lot. Now, one of the fun parts of the Zoom meetings has been seeing how President Karyn and Jim have been getting on at home during shelter in place. Honestly, it looks like she's doing great, especially compared to Jim. But that got us thinking. It's not that hard to look great one day a week. I mean, even Stu Gans can look good one day a week. So we asked Sean O'Kane to make an unscheduled visit recently to see how Karyn and Jim are really doing. Here's what he found.
Oh, Sean.
Hi, President Karyn. I just wanted to come by and let you know that we all appreciate what you did this year, and this is your last meeting Come on out. What you been doing?
I'm just reading the book about the barbecue. I'm so sad we don't have the barbecue. I'm thinking about the executive chefs. I'm thinking about Bert George's Boozmobile, and I'm miserable.
Well, where's Jim?
You know what? He's still working out. He ought to be coming right now. He should be running down the street.
Down the street?
Yeah, he should be coming.
No, baby, you're the champion. You had a great year. You're the greatest, baby.
I feel like we got a really good look at the real President Karyn there, didn't we? That gin bottle's getting quite a workout. But there's actually so much more to our illustrious president than most of us have ever known. Now, we've had a good time this year being introduced to new Rotarians with President Karyn's fun facts. But we decided to turn the tables on her and share a few fun facts about her with you. See if you can spot the false one. Here's 10 fun facts about President Karyn Sinunu-Towery. Number 10, at Mills College, she was voted the student most likely to lose Joe Sweeney's blue badge. Number 9, she was an alternate on the 1976 U.S. Olympic gymnastics team where her specialty was the parallel bars, of course. Number 8, she passed up a lucrative career as a jazz trumpeter when she decided to take the bar exam in 1985. Number 7, she had a bit part as Annoyed Woman number 2 in the 1997 movie Mad City, which is filmed right here in downtown San Jose. Number 6, she keeps a George Shirakawa Jr. bobblehead on her desk for whenever she feels the urge to throw some. Number 5, Governor Jerry Brown flipped a coin to decide who between her and Jim would be a judge and who would retire. Karyn won the toss. Number 4, on a trip to Egypt, she rode a camel for 200 miles. And more amazing, at the end of the trip, she fined the camel for not wearing its rotary pin. Number 3, favorite movie, The Lincoln Lawyer, starring her favorite actor, Matthew McConaughey. Number 2, while camping, she stared down a grizzly bear until it had confessed to killing a whole school of fish. Number 1, told Mayor Sam Liccardo that if the AV system in the Rotary Summit Center didn't get fixed, she was going to take the whole thing to Zoom. That didn't pass the 4-way test, I have to confess, because they were all false. Some of them really false, like the Matthew McConaughey thing. But at the very least, none of them can be proven in a court of law. Now, this year, President Karyn has been, let's say, diligent about making sure that members wear their rotary pins, as I'm doing today, and finding those of us who occasionally forget. Now, most of us are fine with that because we understand that the money's going to a good place. We've certainly learned that over the past few weeks as our community has been in need. And we also understand the value of promoting Rotary, which is something that President Karyn does better than anyone else. In fact, just this past fall, she did an interview with Tabitha Menton, who is a Rotary Exchange student from Belgium, studying at Lincoln High School. It was published in the Lincoln Tales website, which is Lincoln High School's school newspaper, and it is an amazing piece. I want to share it with you right now. So it's a profile on her, and in it she talks about the virtues of Rotary, her experience on medical missions, and she explains the importance of the Youth Exchange Program. And you really couldn't ask for a better advertisement for our club. And they even ran a great picture of President Karyn to go with it. Let me show you that. Scroll down here. There she is, looking great. And, well, wait. There's something missing from her lapel, I think. I can't quite pin down what it is, but I think it will come to me in a moment. Yeah, indeed, there is no pin there. I'm pretty shocked by this, and I've got to tell you, it's a good thing that fines have been paused during shelter in place, or else, President Karyn, you would have to fine yourself for that. Now, I'm not worried because I'm convinced that incoming President Fernando Sissueto will be able to take care of that just fine when we resume meeting in person in just a few weeks, we hope. So, lesson learned, President Karyn, you always have to be wearing your pin no matter what. Well, now we've reached the last part of our program, and one that's a favorite. It's a look back at President Karyn's year, ably assembled by Carl Silker. Take a look. And there's the end of our program. Hey, thanks for being a good audience and for having a great year, President Karyn. We hope you had a great birthday yesterday, too. So here's to you, and thanks for a wonderful Rotary year. Okay, are we done with this thing, Sean?
Yeah.
I mean, how many of these things did I have to drink? And
4, 5.
Can I take this damn pin off now?
Yeah. Okay, let's party.
Let's go.
And now I guess we toss it back to you, President Karyn, and incoming President Fernando to finish off our last meeting of your year. Congratulations.
Sal, thank you so much. I think that was really fun, and I'll enjoy keeping that. Thank you. Do you have your pin on now, Sal?
It's on my jacket. It's a little warm to the jacket.
No, thank you very much. And thank you for the kind things that people were writing in the chat. Fernando, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
That
well.
was wonderful. Wonderful horseback ride through a whole year, pal. That was terrific.
Well, Fernando, we're going to pass the pin on to you and say congratulations. I know we're going to have a great year, and we're all here to support you so we can do good deeds locally and internationally. So congratulations, Fernando, and here's your pin. Can you reach it?
I'm trying to.
There.
Are you giving it to me?
Yeah, got it?
I got it.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to put it on here on my collar so you can see it.
Yep, good.
I want to avoid any likelihood of getting a fine.
No, you can't be fined now. You're the man in charge.
All right, thank you. By the way, just so you know, I'm going to change the nomenclature from fines to opportunities to contribute. Thank you so much, Karyn. You have been an exemplary president that has made us so proud, and I'm so apprehensive of taking over from your presidency, but I know that you'll be there to help me out if I run into any snags. I look forward to being the club president this coming year, and I'll look back on this virtual year that you wrapped up for us and use that as a guiding light for me. Thank you very much.
Okay, congratulations. So I think that's it for today, and we will say farewell. What do we have to look forward to July 1? You want to tell us that, Fernando?
Well, July 1 is, the Rotary is dark, actually.
And then the week after that, what do we have to look forward to?
July 8th is when we'll have a kickoff. We're going to have the president of the NAACP, Reverend Jeff Moore, talk to us as our program speaker. This comes as a result of Luis Valdez, who was originally scheduled to be the program speaker, was unable to ultimately fulfill that obligation. And thanks to Suzanne St. John Crane, she saved my bacon and she got the Reverend Moore to come in and talk to us. And I suspect that he'll be talking about the issues that our country has been going through these past several months. So
Okay.
I hope everyone tunes in. I don't know if I'll get as much participation as
Boston hand it, and then
That's what she did that.
Yeah, I didn't mind, but I thought she was gonna physically take hers off. She kind of but.
Okay, thank you. And I'll look for seeing everybody on July 8th. And meantime, have a July 4th terrific stay-at-home weekend.
They muted me. Hey, don't get to mute me.
Thank you, Karyn.
Thank you, Karyn.
Way to go, Karyn.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
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 Karen, what a great year.
Thanks, Karen.
Karen.
Great
Thank
job,
you.
Karen.
Thank you,
Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Thank you
for all the laughs.
Thanks, Al, Jeremy, and everybody on the debunking. That's always
Yeah.
now it's beautiful.
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, great.
Hi, Linda.
Karen.
If I hadn't gone off.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Linda. Yeah.
I'm just so happy we're Zooming.